Hello everyone, I'm Daehwan from the University of Georgia, and today I will present the impact of model interpretability and outcome feedback on trust in AI. Recently, despite the superior performance of AI over human capability, we still frequently observe people's resistance to adopting AI advice. Actually, this algorithm aversion is not new. For example, in 1996, almost 30 years ago, a meta-analysis showed that algorithms exceeded human capability in clinical tasks, but clinicians didn't want to follow the superior algorithms. To address this algorithm aversion, there are different research streams such as transparency, interpretability, performance, and control of AI systems. In these streams, our paper focuses on the interpretability and performance of AI systems. Specifically, we focus on two different levels of interpretability, global and local interpretability, and outcome feedback, the provision of actual outcome to confirm the accuracy of a prediction by human and AI. In this study, we first explore how interpretability and outcome feedback affect users' trust. For this, we compare interpretability and outcome feedback in a comparative and sequential manner. Then, we examine how increased trust is associated with human-AI collaborative performance. Our task is predicting speed dating match prediction, which is widely used in literature. Our experiment was conducted in two stages. In the first stage, participants predict the matching based on a couple's data. And in the second stage, they get a chance to update their initial predictions in collaboration with AI advice and different conditions in a combination of three different interpretability conditions, no, global, and local interpretability, and two outcome feedback conditions receiving outcome feedback or not. Each participant answered 12 questions each. This is an example of the global interpretability condition. We provided global feature importance for that. This is an example of the local interpretability condition, and we provided the local feature attributions. This is outcome feedback, and we provided the actual outcome of the task when participants made their final decisions for each task. We utilize the weight of advice to measure trust and absolute error for task performance. There are two reasons why we chose the weight of advice over trust calibration. First, we want to disentangle trust from model performance. Second, we wanted to utilize the concepts of overshooting and contradiction to explore more detailed underlying mechanisms. As a result, we found that interpretability does not impact user trust, while outcome feedback significantly and positively impacts user trust. In the case of task performance, interpretability does not affect the performance. However, outcome feedback improved task performance, but the size of the impact was much smaller compared to the increase in trust. This means improved trust was not associated with unequally sizable performance improvement. We call this phenomenon the trust performance paradox. In exploratory analysis, we explore the underlying mechanism on why this trust performance paradox happens. For that, we firstly show outcome feedback induces users to overtrust and undertrust AI. Then we show these overtrust and undertrust harm human-AI collaborative performance. Lastly, we explore when and how outcome feedback makes users overtrust and undertrust AI. In the first step, we observed that providing outcome feedback causes a tripling of overshooting and a doubling of contradiction. Also, this overshooting and contradiction cause significant decreases in task performance. Actually, this increased overshooting and contradiction decreased errors for some cases, but also increased errors for other cases. So we conclude that this double-edged effect is the reason why improved trust was not directly associated with improved task performance. According to our time-dependent analysis, we show that when a user's initial performance was better than AI, but they followed AI advice, then they observe such backfires, their trust greatly decreases in subsequent tasks. However, if users cannot observe this backfire, if outcome feedback was not given, this result did not happen. And this mechanism also affects the task performance. Here is the summary of our paper. We found that interpretability does not affect user trust while outcome feedback significantly affects it. However, both factors had only minimal effects on performance. We explain this result with the underlying mechanism using the concepts of overshooting and contradiction. Thank you for listening my presentation, and for more details, please refer to our paper.